The Dutch-led international team of experts is back at the MH17 crash site in eastern Ukraine, searching for more human remains. Meanwhile, as the Ukrainian military intensifies its operation in the east, it seems civilians are the ones most affected. CCTV's Mikhail Bardavid reports live from Kiev. And Mikhail, what is the latest from the investigation?
Well, yes, the international team was able to reach the crash site today once again. However, there were no reports of interruptions due to shootings in the area. However, there were no reports of new findings of human remains either.
Another day at the Malaysia Airlines MH17 crash site. The search prioritized to 5 specific spots. A convoy of 17 vehicles with over 100 international experts still on the lookout for human remains. The latest transport was made on Monday to the Netherlands. The flight carried only 1 coffin. In eastern Ukraine, the government's so-called anti-terrorist operation is continuing with full force. The military has basically surrounded Donetsk and Luhansk cities and have called for residents to evacuate the area. The National Security Council has announced it has prepared humanitarian corridors in Donetsk, Luhansk and Horlivka for citizens to leave safely. However, not all can flee. In Donetsk, many stay in bomb shelters and are in despair due to terrible conditions.
There's been no cell phone service for days. We've had no food, no water, no electricity, and we can't call anybody. At least it could have given us some light, because down here we've had only candles. It's mouldy, cold, we're so sick of it.
Meanwhile, on Monday, 311 Ukrainian soldiers were reported to have run out of ammunition and forced to cross the Russian border to avoid fighting with the rebels. The National Security Council of Ukraine announced most of them returned to Ukraine early on Tuesday morning, but were attacked.
Terrorists shot at an unarmed group of Ukrainian soldiers from the 72nd Brigade. There were 195 soldiers coming back from Russian territory. They were accompanied by Ukrainian military police, and so the rebels were defeated. Fortunately, none of our servicemen were injured.
The Ukrainian military is closing in on the rebel-held cities of Donetsk and Luhansk, and the civilians are definitely the ones who are taking a toll right now. The mayor of Luhansk has said that the city is at the brink of a humanitarian catastrophe.
Mikhail, what is the latest going on in eastern Ukraine right now?
Well, there are reports of heavy fighting taking place in areas surrounding Donetsk city. The city council has said that at least 2 civilians were killed just today. In Donetsk, of course, the situation is getting more critical and critical by the minute. The United Nations Refugee Agency has said that they are concerned that right now the fighting is taking in surrounding areas, but once the fighting starts to happen within the urban areas in the cities of Donetsk and Luhansk, that's when the massive destruction will happen. And President Poroshenko has stated today that they will take over these cities, and it will happen unannounced. They will only declare when these cities are liberated. So the worst is still yet to come here in Ukraine.
Mikhail Bardavid reporting live from Kiev. Thank you so much for the update.